Welcome to Shabbos Shoutout. Got some good news for you. I'm on the verge of getting a new phone. One of the challenges I'm going to be facing is trying to figure out how to use the voicemail. Can anyone help me to figure out how to be able to listen to my messages? Well, that happens to be a central theme in this week's Torah portion, listening to one's messages. In Parasha Pekudei, the Torah says, "And every wise-hearted person among you shall come and make everything for the Mishkan, the tabernacle that the Lord has commanded." Why were only the wise-hearted people the ones chosen to make the Mishkan? And what's the definition of a wise-hearted person? Rabbi Yaakov Yosef of Polon, a city in western Ukraine, was already an accomplished scholar when he attached himself to the Baal Shem Tov in the 18th century. At the time, Rabbi Yaakov Yosef was the rabbi of the city of Sharagud for several years before becoming a disciple of the rabbi considered the founder of Hasidic Judaism. Rabbi Yaakov Yosef's decision engendered much controversy and came at a cost. He was expelled from his position on a Friday afternoon in 1748. How did Rabbi Yaakov Yosef become a disciple of the Baal Shem Tov? The first time Rabbi Yaakov Yosef met the Baal Shem Tov, they had a conversation about the concept of Hashgacha Pratis, divine providence. During this conversation, the Baal Shem Tov explained that everything that someone sees or hears, everything, is an exacting message of divine providence, of divine design, a Hashgacha Pratis message. Therefore, whenever someone hears or sees something, whenever they experience something in their lives, there's a divine message within that experience that's entering into a person's life with a purpose. And therefore, a person must reflect and contemplate, what's the message that Hashem is sending me through this experience? This, explained the Baal Shem Tov, is the equivalent of a bas kol, a heavenly voice speaking directly with the individual. While they were meeting, a non-Jewish handyman was passing by the home and knocked on the door. When he came into the room where the Baal Shem Tov was, the handyman asked, "Is there anything in the home that I might be able to fix?" "There's nothing here that needs fixing," answered the Baal Shem Tov. "Maybe," inquired the handyman, "there's some small thing in the house that needs fixing." At that, the Baal Shem Tov turned to Rav Yaakov Yosef and said, "See, Hashem is sending me this non-Jewish handyman to awaken within me the realization that I still have areas in my ruchnius, my spirituality, my avodas Hashem, my service of God, that needs some repairing." Rav Yaakov Yosef, though, couldn't accept the idea that Hashem was sending the Baal Shem Tov a message from the words of a non-Jewish handyman. And he told the Baal Shem Tov, "I'm unable to accept what the Rabbi is teaching." "You're able to, but you just don't want to," replied the Baal Shem Tov. With that, Rav Yaakov Yosef left to return to his lodgings. On the way, he passed a non-Jew whose wagon had overturned and was stuck. He was trying to find someone to help him turn the wagon right side up. When he saw Rav Yaakov Yosef, he asked, "Could you please help me lift my wagon?" Rav Yaakov Yosef was already older and frail. "I'm unable to help," he responded. "You're able to, but you just don't want to," replied the non-Jew. When Rav Yaakov Yosef heard the wagon driver use the same exact terminology of the Baal Shem Tov, he realized that Hashem was sending him a message. He accepted the teaching of the Baal Shem Tov, listened to Hashem's messages, and became a devout follower of the Rabbi. We began with the question. The Torah said that Hashem told the Jewish people that the tabernacle was to be built only by people who were wise-hearted. And we asked, what's the definition of a wise-hearted person? A wise-hearted person is someone who listens to their messages. Good Shabbos.